Caillou and his family were on their way to Uncle Felix's farm. Caillou was very excited.
I can't wait to see all the farm animals. Moo! Quack! Uncle Felix!
Caillou gave Uncle Felix a big hug. He was very happy to see him.
Howdy, Caillou. Great to finally have you all down on the farm. You ready to see some animals?
I can't wait!
There were lots of cute, fluffy sheep in the barn.
Do you know what sound a sheep makes, Caillou?
Bah! Bah! Bah!
That's right.
Uncle Felix and Caillou gave the sheep some grain to eat.
That one's so small. Can I touch it?
Of course, Caillou, but be careful. It's only a baby.
Wow, it's so soft.
Next, Caillou saw some cows in the field outside the barn.
The cow's nose is wet. Where are all the horses, Uncle Felix? I want to be a cowboy!
Uncle Felix walked into the field and whistled. Right away, a horse galloped up to them.
This is Harry.
Harry the horse! Can I ride him, please?
Caillou had never ridden a horse before. He jumped around pretending to be a horse.
Sure you can, buddy.
Perched safely on the horse, Caillou felt like a cowboy as Uncle Felix led him and Harry around the field.
Yee-haw!
Caillou galloped up to the barn. He was still having fun pretending to be a horse.
That was such a fun ride! I really like Harry the horse.
Caillou heard a funny noise. He wasn't sure what it was.
What was that? A mommy pig! Look at all the babies!
The pigs were bathing in the mud. Caillou went in to have a closer look.
Baby pigs are called piglets.
This is so much fun!
As Caillou watched, Uncle Felix drove his red tractor. He was sad that he wasn't allowed to try.
Why can't I drive the tractor, Mommy?
Only grown-up farmers like Uncle Felix can drive tractors, Caillou. Mommy had an idea to cheer Caillou up. She pulled his favorite red tractor out of her handbag and handed it to him. Here you go, Caillou.
It looks just like Uncle Felix's.
Wow, your tractor looks just like mine. You'll be a farmer in no time.
Yippee!
In the barnyard, Caillou saw some chickens. He tried to catch them. Caillou liked watching the chickens. They pecked at the ground with their pointy beaks. One of them swallowed a worm.
Yuck!
Want to check the hen house, Caillou? Maybe the hen laid some eggs.
Ta-da!
Wow, Caillou! Excellent job! You're a great farmer.
Caillou had lots of fun at the farm with Uncle Felix. He couldn't wait to come back and see all his animal friends again.
Caillou hurries to put on his fancy clothes. Tonight he's going out with Mommy and Daddy like a big boy. Rosie is staying home with a babysitter. The restaurant is full of people. Caillou holds his daddy's hand and looks around.
It's a bit dark in here.
Caillou doesn't see any children. He feels so proud to be with grown-ups.
Look at the aquarium, Caillou.
Caillou runs off to say hello to the multicolored fish.
Whoa.
Don't run, Caillou. Wait for us, please.
Caillou decides to sit on his knees.
Caillou, please sit down like a big boy.
Just in time, a friendly waiter comes toward the table with a booster seat for Caillou to sit on.
What would you like to eat, Caillou?
Let me look, Mommy.
Caillou wants to act like a grown-up and opens the menu, too. There are no pictures on his menu, and Caillou is very disappointed. Caillou waits patiently while Mommy orders his favorite spaghetti. It's taking so long for the food to come. Caillou gets tired of waiting and wants to get up and move around.
Where are you going?
Caillou doesn't want to sit anymore.
Do you want to go to the bathroom?
Okay.
Caillou finds a new game. He's having fun drying his hands under the automatic dryer.
Again!
Caillou runs back to the sink to wash his hands again.
Okay, but this is the last time.
The waiter comes to the table with all the plates balanced in his arms. Caillou is very impressed.
Wow! Mommy and Daddy never do that.
Caillou takes a bite of his food and makes a face. It doesn't taste like this at home.
Caillou, at least eat some of your dinner, please.
Yeah.
Caillou isn't hungry anymore. He wants to play under the table.
Where is my Caillou?
Caillou jumps out from under the table.
I'm here!
Caillou, you're supposed to stay in your seat.
I don't want to sit anymore. I want to go home.
Just then, the waiter comes to the table with a wonderful dessert. Caillou completely forgets about wanting to go home.
Yay! I'm hungry.
Caillou is happy to be eating at the restaurant with Mommy and Daddy. He really feels like a big boy. Caillou at the market.
Good morning, Sleepy.
But Caillou does not want to get out of bed.
Look, it's snowing.
Caillou runs to look out the window.
Wow! Can we make a snowman?
Let's get dressed first, then we'll see.
Caillou tries to pour his cereal, but nothing comes out.
There's no cereal.
We'll get some at the market. We have to shop for things to make a special surprise cake.
A cake? Yay!
Caillou puts on his coat and boots. He picks up Gilbert to see if he'd like to come to the market as well.
Gilbert, where are you going? Silly cat.
Outside, the snowflakes tickle his face. He sticks out his tongue and catches some of them.
Can we make a snowman?
Yes, Caillou. But we have to go to the market first.
Oh.
When they get to the market, Mommy puts Rosie in the seat of the grocery cart.
I want to ride in the cart too, Mommy.
Let's go. We have lots of shopping to do.
Caillou and Rosie help Mommy find the things she needs. Caillou takes a bag of cookies off the shelf.
These are good.
We're having special surprise cake, so we don't need cookies, too.
Aww.
Caillou really wants the cookies, but he puts them back. At the checkout counter, Mommy helps Caillou and Rosie get out of the cart.
Caillou, please help watch Rosie for me.
Caillou holds Rosie's hand. But he's thinking about the cookies. He lets go of Rosie's hand to go and find the cookies.
Caillou!
Caillou goes up and down the aisles looking for the cookies. Suddenly, he stops and looks around. He can't see Mommy.
Mommy, where are you? Mommy!
There she is. Mommy looks worried.
What happened, Caillou?
You went away.
No, you went away.
She gives him a big hug.
I'm very glad we found you. Now let's go home.
Mommy, I was lost.
I know, Caillou, but you're home now. And it's time to make the special surprise cake.
But I want to make a snowman.
We will make a snowman here in the kitchen.
Mommy bakes a cake and covers it in snowy white icing. Caillou and Rosie decorate it with candy. The special surprise cake is a special surprise snowman.
Caillou was playing with Gilbert. His dinosaur was tied to a long string. Gilbert was ready to pounce, tail twitching.
Ready, Gilbert?
Caillou tugged hard on the string. The dinosaur went flying through the air. Gilbert jumped up and pounced on the dinosaur, catching it proudly.
Yay, Gilbert! You saved me from the dinosaur.
Caillou continued to pull the string around the room.
Oh no, he's still chasing me. Get him, Gilbert! Get him!
Gilbert chased him and finally pounced on the dinosaur again.
You got him this time, Gilbert.
Snack time, Caillou.
You stay here, Gilbert.
Caillou went off to have his milk and cookies that Daddy had prepared for him.
Come on, Gilbert. Let's play now.
Caillou looked around the room and under the cushions.
Gilbert, where are you?
Caillou was upset. He had told Gilbert to stay and wait for him.
Daddy, Gilbert's gone, and I need him for my dinosaur game.
Well, Gilbert is not here in the kitchen.
Caillou went hunting for Gilbert. He checked in the basement and found his mommy. Hi, Caillou. What's going on?
I can't find Gilbert. He was supposed to wait for me.
He's probably hiding in one of the bedrooms. Let's play detectives and look for him.
Yeah!
Mommy and Caillou headed upstairs.
A good detective needs to look for clues.
What are clues?
A clue is anything that will help us find Gilbert, so keep your eyes wide open.
Caillou saw a piece of string on the floor in the hall. It was the string from his dinosaur game.
Is this a clue, Mommy?
That's a very good clue.
The string was between two bedrooms, so Caillou picked one and went in to look for Gilbert. In his parents' room, Caillou looked under the bed, then under the chair, and all around the room.
He's not in here, Mommy.
That leaves your room, Caillou.
My room.
Looking around his room, Caillou did not see Gilbert.
Gilbert, come here.
Caillou looked under the bed and found his dinosaur.
Another clue, Mommy.
You are a good detective, Caillou.
Caillou squeezed the dinosaur and it made a squeaky roar. Mommy and Caillou heard a quiet meow. Caillou pulled back the covers on his bed.
Gilbert, I found him.
Caillou pulled the sleepy cat into his arms.
Caillou and his babysitter are reading a story. But today is a very special day.
Caillou, did you know it's Valentine's Day today? This is a day to celebrate love.
Caillou thinks about this for a moment.
Celebrate love? That's right, Caillou.
Caillou has an idea. Caillou decides to give a Valentine's Day present to someone he loves.
I'm going to draw a pretty card with hearts. Aw, that's a nice idea.
Julie gives Caillou some paper and crayons. Caillou begins to draw hearts as carefully as he can. But drawing hearts is hard, and Caillou is a bit disappointed with his picture.
Oh, it's not very pretty. I can help you if you want. I like your hearts, Caillou. What do you think about adding something else to your picture?
Caillou wonders what else he could draw.
Ooh, I know!
Caillou draws a big round moon, and all around the moon he draws lots of kisses in lots of different colors.
Your picture is really pretty, Caillou.
Caillou is very pleased with himself. Caillou goes into his bedroom and places the drawing in his room.
Who is your Valentine's present for, Caillou? It's a secret.
Caillou puts on his favorite shirt. Then he gets a red tie out of Daddy's drawer.
Do I look nice with a tie? You always look nice, Caillou.
Caillou is so excited about his Valentine's Day present that he can hardly sit still. When When Mommy finally comes home, he rushes to meet her. Mommy is delighted to see her little boy looking so smart.
Who's this handsome young man?
Close your eyes, Mommy.
Mommy shuts her eyes, and Caillou puts the Valentine's Day surprise into her hands.
You can open your eyes now.
Is this for me?
I drew a moon because I love you as big as the moon.
Oh, and I love you as big as the moon, too.
Well, I love you as big as the moon and all the stars and all the planets.
Caillou is sure no one could love anyone more than that. Caillou was spending a rainy day at Grandma's. He drove his mini car around the coffee table.
Vroom, vroom. Beep, 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 beep.
Whoops! Caillou knocked a big book off the table. It fell open on the floor. Caillou was curious about the pictures in the book. He sat down to take a look.
I can see you found my photo album.
Who's that, Grandma?
That's your grandpa and me when we were young.
Caillou looked at the photo again.
That's not you and Grandpa.
Oh, this picture was taken a long time ago. Your grandpa and I used to dance a lot.
Caillou turned the page and something fell out of the album.
Oh, it's our blue ribbon. The night that picture was taken, there was a big dance contest. And this is the ribbon your grandpa and I won.
Wow, first prize.
Do you want me to show you how to dance?
Yes, I can win first prize too.
Grandma puts on some music.
This was one of our favorite songs.
Caillou hadn't heard music like this before, but he liked the quick rhythm.
Look, Grandma, I'm dancing.
Caillou hopped from one foot to the other.
That's good, Caillou. Here, take my hands.
Caillou loved dancing with Grandma. He was having a lot of fun.
All you have to do is listen to the music.
Grandma showed Caillou some complicated steps. Caillou tried to follow and stumbled.
Watch this, Grandma.
Caillou jiggled his hips from side to side.
I think you just made up a new dance. And for being such a good dancer, you win first prize.
Grandma pinned the blue ribbon onto Caillou's shirt.
Hi, you two. It looks like someone's been getting dance lessons.
Grandma showed me how.
Caillou started to dance for Grandpa.
That's great.
Grandpa took Caillou by the hands and they started to dance together. Grandma watched as her two men danced around the room. Just then the doorbell rang and Caillou ran off to answer it.
It's Mommy! Look, I got first prize for dancing.
He then showed everyone a little dance he had learned. Everyone gathered in the living room for a snack.
Mommy, did you know that Grandma and Grandpa used to dance a lot? And they won a ribbon for first prize for dancing.
Really?
Yes, and Grandma and Grandpa are really good dancers. Grandma showed me their special dance.
Grandpa had an idea, and he put the music on again.
May I have this dance, miss?
You may, sir.
Together, they showed everyone the dance that had won them first prize all those years ago.
It was Halloween, and Caillou was very excited because he loved to dress up.
Caillou, can you guess what Halloween costume I've made for you?
A firefighter?
No. Guess again.
An astronaut?
No. Have another guess.
Caillou thought very hard. What could Mommy have made him for Halloween?
I know! A magical wizard!
Mommy had made him a wizard costume. She helped him put it on.
Ha!
Something is missing.
Daddy came in holding a funny pretend beard and a spooky-looking book.
Don't forget your hat and spell book.
Ah, yes.
Are you ready to make some magic, Caillou?
Almost, Daddy. Abracadabra!
Yes, Rosie. I have your clown costume ready here.
Rosie saw the clown costume, and suddenly she didn't want to dress up and go out.
No!
You don't want to go trick-or-treating?
No!
Caillou was really surprised. He didn't think the clown costume was scary, but Rosie did.
Maybe Rosie's scared to go out trick-or-treating. I'll stay home with her while you and Daddy go out.
I'll bring back some extra candy for her.
Caillou and Daddy left the house. It was dark and spooky outside. There were jack-o'-lanterns everywhere.
Daddy, it's a bit scary out here.
Don't worry, Caillou. I'm right here.
Caillou walked closely next to Daddy.
Let's go to Mr. Hinkle's house first.
Caillou walked up to Mr. Hinkle's front door, and Daddy waited at the foot of the stairs.
Trick or treat!
Hello there. It's not every day I get a visit from a magical wizard. What a nice surprise, Caillou. I hope you don't turn me into a frog.
Caillou was happy Mr. Hinkle recognized him.
Thank you, Mr. Hinkle.
Where's Rosie?
Rosie was a bit too scared, so she stayed at home with Mommy.
Well, you make sure she gets some of these sweets too, okay?
Children in all kinds of costumes ran from house to house. Who was that girl dressed up as a fairy? And who was the Frankenstein monster she was talking to?
Look at me, Caillou. I'm a scary monster. And I'm a wizard. That monster is Leo. And Clementine's a fairy.
Oh my, you all look great.
Look at all my treats.
Clementine, Leo, and Caillou all compared their bags of candy.
Wow, that's a lot!
Caillou, Leo, and Clementine decided to go to the rest of the houses together.
Trick or treat!
They collected lots of treats, and soon their bags were full of goodies.
It's time to go home now.
Oh no, not yet!
I have an idea. We can do one last trick-or-treat.
Oh!
Caillou, Clementine, and Leo walked up to the front door of Caillou's house.
Trick or treat!
Who do we have here? A wizard, a monster, and a fairy.
Rosie was still a little frightened.
Rosie, it's me! Caillou!
Rosie started giggling. She wasn't afraid of dressing up anymore.
Happy Halloween!
Today, Caillou is going to the dentist for the first time.
Let's hurry, Caillou. We don't want to be late.
Caillou doesn't answer. Where has he gone? Mommy finds Caillou in the bathroom.
Caillou, you've already brushed your teeth this morning.
Do they look nice, Mommy?
Yes, Caillou, they're beautiful. Now come on, time to go.
At the dentist's office, Caillou and Mommy sit in the waiting room. Caillou holds Teddy very tight. Just then, he hears a strange whirring noise.
Teddy, you're coming with me to see the dentist, okay?
A woman with a friendly smile walks toward Caillou.
Hello, Caillou. My name is Linda. Come with me, and I'll show you and your Teddy the best way to brush your teeth.
Caillou and Mommy follow Linda into a small room. There's a big chair in the middle with a big funny-looking lamp hanging over it.
Have a seat, Caillou. Can Teddy sit too? Of course.
Caillou and Teddy sit in the dentist's chair. Linda shows Caillou how the chair can move up and down. Linda tilts the back of the chair so that Caillou can lie down. But Caillou stays sitting straight up.
Lie back, Caillou. That way, I can get a better look at your teeth.
Linda shows Caillou the little mirror that's used to see the teeth in the back of his mouth. She starts the electric toothbrush that turns very fast.
That's what was making that strange noise. Now, I'm going to make your teeth shine like little stars. Okay.
Caillou checks first to see if Mommy is still there. Yes, Mommy is right behind him. Linda brushes Caillou's teeth. Then the dentist comes into the room to give Caillou his checkup.
Hi, Caillou. I'm Dr. Joseph. Wow, you have really nice teeth. Do you brush them every day?
2 times this morning.
When Caillou is ready to leave, Linda gives him a new toothbrush to take home.
And you can have 2 surprises from the box. 2?
Caillou examines the items in the box. He chooses a magnifying glass and a ring.
The magnifying glass is for me, and the ring is for my mommy. Goodbye, Caillou. Bye.
It's been a big day for Caillou. Today, he went to the dentist for the first time.
It was a bright sunny day, and Caillou was playing in his backyard.
Giddy up, horsey!
Caillou heard someone laughing in the yard next door. There was a little girl he didn't know.
Hi, my name is Caillou. Do you want to play with me?
Hola, my name is Isabelle. Sí, Caillou.
Isabelle used strange words. Caillou didn't understand everything she said.
My mommy got me some new marbles.
¿Qué?
Caillou sat down and rolled his marbles out across the grass.
You can be the red marbles, and I will be the blue ones.
Rojo.
Caillou hadn't heard that word before. He liked how it sounded.
Rojo?
When the game was over, Isabelle pulled a small white toy bunny from her pocket. Caillou was very curious.
Wow. Do you want to be my friend?
Isabelle smiled and nodded to Caillou. She touched his cheek with Bunny.
See, but first you have to save me from that scary dragon.
Dragon? That's Gilbert.
No, it's the scary dragon and the treasure. You'll need a sword like mine.
Caillou was excited. He knew that together they could defeat any dragon.
Charge!
Caillou, what are you doing?
Me and Princess Isabelle are fighting the dragon.
Oh, you have so much imagination, Caillou.
This is Princess Isabelle. She lives in the red castle next door.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Isabelle. Now come on, Caillou. It's time for dinner, and I think Gilbert needs a rest.
At dinner, Caillou told everyone about his adventure with Princess Isabelle.
And then the dragon roared. Roar! Roar!
Caillou, please don't talk with your mouth full.
Isabelle had a funny word for the marbles. Rojo!
No, Caillou. Rojo means red in Spanish. She was telling you what the color of the marble was.
Why does she speak Spanish?
Because Isabelle is from Spain. I met her parents today. They're going back home to Spain tomorrow.
Spain? Where is that?
Well, this is where we are. And this is where Isabelle lives.
But that's really far away. I don't want her to go.
Caillou was very upset. He didn't want to lose his new friend.
Don't worry, Caillou. Just because Isabelle is going back to Spain doesn't mean you two can't stay friends. Why don't you give her something to remember you by?
That gave Caillou an idea. The next day it was time for Caillou to say goodbye to Isabelle.
I got you a present, Isabelle, so you don't forget me. Rojo!
Gracias, Caillou. Bunny will help you beat the dragon.
Wow!
Adios, Caillou.
Adios, Isabelle!
A few days later, Caillou was finishing off his adventure. But it wasn't as fun without Isabelle.
I have a special surprise for you on the computer.
Caillou was very excited, so he rushed to the computer. But when he got there, the screen was blank. He was very confused.
Hola, Caillou.
Isabelle!
Isabelle held up the red marble Caillou had given her, and Caillou held up the white bunny she had given to him. He was very happy to see his friend again. Caillou and Rosie are playing with Rosie's new toy. They are having lots of fun. Lots of noisy fun. Every time Rosie pushes a key, the toy makes an animal sound. Children, you're making too much noise. Caillou and Rosie stop what they are doing.
Caillou, I need to lie down. Can you be a good big brother and watch Rosie so she doesn't get into any mischief?
Yes, Mommy.
Mommy brings a couple of markers and 2 big pieces of paper.
You and Rosie can draw pictures of the animals instead of listening to the sounds they make. I need you to play quietly so I can rest.
Okay.
Caillou wants to help Mommy. He wants to be a good big brother. Caillou hands Rosie a marker.
We're going to draw now.
Caillou starts drawing a giraffe. He works so hard on his picture that he doesn't notice that Rosie is not drawing beside him. Caillou looks around to see where Rosie went. Oh no! Rosie is drawing on the wall.
Rosie, no!
Caillou grabs the marker away from Rosie.
No mine!
Rosie tries to get the marker back, but Caillou holds on to it. Rosie starts to cry.
Be quiet! Do you want Mommy to get mad?
Mommy hears all the noise.
Caillou, I asked you to be a good big brother and watch Rosie, not fight with her. Rosie needs her nap. I'll be right back.
Caillou is surprised. Why is Mommy angry with him? He did his best to be quiet and to keep Rosie from doing anything wrong. He doesn't want to be Rosie's big brother anymore. When Mommy comes back, Caillou is crying. Caillou and Mommy go to the kitchen and fill a bucket with soap and water.
It isn't easy being a big brother, is it?
Can I help?
That would be great, Caillou.
Caillou cleans the wall with a wet cloth. He rubs hard until all the marks are gone.
Good job, Caillou. Thank you.
Rosie has finished her nap and she wants Caillou to play with her.
Okay, Rosie.
Caillou, you are becoming such a big boy, and you are such a good brother to Rosie.
It was a cold, rainy day, and Caillou was playing in his room.
Blast off!
But Caillou really wanted to go outside.
What's wrong, Caillou?
I wish the rain would stop so I could go outside and play Space Ranger.
Well, why don't you play Space Rangers here in the house?
But I don't have a spaceship.
You and Rosie could make one out of this old cardboard box.
Caillou thought for a moment. He wasn't sure he'd be able to make a spaceship out of a boring old box.
I'll go and get some things for you to decorate it with.
Caillou couldn't decide whether to make a rocket, a spaceship, or a flying saucer.
Rocket! I think you are right, Rosie. Let's make a rocket.
Caillou and Rosie splatted paint, stuck down colored paper, and made the old box into the best rocket they had ever seen.
You can't go into space without special helmets.
Thanks, Mommy. Now we look like real Space Rangers.
As soon as the paint was dry, it was time to blast off.
It's time to go now, Rosie. We have 10 seconds until liftoff. We need to get into the rocket. 10. Wow! 9. Buckle in, Rosie. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. 8. All systems are go. 7. Blast off! Rosie! We weren't ready! Ah!
Soon, they were on a strange alien planet.
Wow! We're really in space!
Suddenly, Caillou spotted something moving behind a nearby rock.
Hello? Who's there?
Caillou thought the alien looked familiar, but he couldn't work out who.
Hello! I'm Space Ranger Caillou, and this is Rosie. Kitty! No, Rosie, that's an alien.
Suddenly, the alien jumped forward towards them and grabbed Teddy from Space Ranger Caillou.
Teddy! Uh-oh. We have to get him back, Rosie. Come on!
Caillou and Rosie ran as fast as they could, but they couldn't catch the alien.
Get back here with Teddy! Teddy, come back! I have a plan. We have to get him onto the ship. Rosie! Teddy!
The alien ran onto the ship, scared of the heroic Space Ranger. Caillou's plan had worked. Caillou tried to pull Teddy from the alien's grip, but he held on tight.
Give Teddy back! I did it!
What are you two doing? I thought you'd be outside now that the rain has stopped.
We've been on a space adventure, Daddy.
Caillou and Rosie had so much fun on their space adventure, they jumped straight back into their ship and blasted off again. Every morning, Caillou watched for the big yellow school bus that drove down his street. He always saw lots of children waiting for it. Caillou's friend Sarah hopped onto the bus and took a seat. She saw Caillou sitting by the window.
What's wrong, Caillou?
I really want to go on the big yellow school bus. When can I go on the bus like all the other big kids?
Not long. Only one more birthday and you'll be old enough.
That's such a long time. I want to go on the bus now.
Here's an idea. Why don't we go and talk to the bus driver tomorrow morning? If you ask nicely, the driver might let you ride the bus.
Caillou was still a little sad, but at least he'd get to see the bus up close. The next morning, Caillou and Daddy were waiting for the school bus.
Here it comes!
The bus driver pulled up and opened the door.
Good morning, young man. What's your name?
Caillou stood behind Daddy. He was a bit shy.
This is Caillou. He'll be going to school next year. Really? That means you'll be joining my bus.
What is your name?
Well, they call me Mr. Billy, the bus driver.
I really want to go on the bus.
I can't take you on the bus ride today because the bus is full. But you and your daddy can join me tomorrow. How does that sound?
Yay! I can't wait!
The next morning, Caillou was so excited about the bus ride. He couldn't stop thinking about it.
I heard someone is going on a bus ride today.
I'm so excited, Mommy! Bus! Beep, beep! I want to make something special for Mr. Billy, the bus driver, to thank him.
Maybe you should draw him something.
Caillou thought that was a great idea. He picked up his colored pencils and a piece of paper.
That's me driving the school bus.
What a wonderful drawing, Caillou.
When breakfast was done, Caillou and Daddy met Sarah at the bus stop.
Are you going on the school bus, Caillou?
Caillou nodded proudly. He felt like a big boy. The bus pulled up in front of them and Mr. Billy opened the door.
Jump on, Caillou. We can't be late for our route.
Caillou climbed onto the bus with his daddy. Caillou and Daddy sat right behind Mr. Billy on the bus. Caillou felt like the bus driver, too. Caillou waved at each boy and girl that came onto the bus. Riding the big yellow school bus was lots of fun. Stop, start, stop, start. The bus picked up more and more children. Mr. Billy drove them all to the school. At the school, the children got off, all except Caillou.
Mr. Billy, I drew you something.
Wow, what a great drawing. Is that you driving the bus?
Caillou nodded. He was very proud of his drawing.
Wonderful. I'm going to put it up right here for everyone to see. Time to head home.
Caillou didn't want his ride on the school bus to end. He was having so much fun. But when he saw Mommy and Rosie waiting for him, Caillou was glad to be home.
Did you see me, Mommy?
I sure did. Did you remember to thank Mr. Billy?
Thank you, Mr. Billy. I had so much fun today.
Me too, Caillou. Thanks for joining me today. I have something special to give you as well.
Mr. Billy handed Caillou a little yellow school bus toy.
Now you have your own little yellow bus that you can drive any day you want.
Whoa! I love it! Thank you, Mr. Billy.
Caillou waved to the bus as it pulled away.
Thanks for the ride, Mr. Billy. See you soon.
Caillou couldn't wait to be older so he could get on the school bus every day.
Caillou had to get up early today to go somewhere very special.
Wake up, Caillou. It's time to go on an amazing adventure.
What kind of adventure, Daddy?
It's a surprise.
What kind of surprise?
I can't give away the surprise, Caillou, but it's going to be splashing.
Splashing?
Caillou heard Grandpa arriving downstairs and couldn't wait to give him a big hug.
Grandpa, why are you wearing that funny hat?
It's my very special lucky hat, Caillou. Whenever I wear it, it brings me good luck.
What makes it lucky?
You'll have to wait and see, Caillou.
Caillou had no idea what Grandpa's silly hat was for, but he couldn't wait to find out.
Are those fish? Wow! We're going fishing!
And you can't go fishing without your very own lucky hat.
Caillou was so excited. He felt like a real fisherman.
I'm ready. Let's go!
Well, hold on now. First, we'll need to buy some food for the fish.
Caillou and Grandpa went into a store by the lake called a bait store. It was full of worms and insects.
You can buy bugs, Grandpa?
Fish love to eat bugs. They go on the fishing line and the fish will swim right over to us.
Daddy came back with a bucket full of wiggly worms. Caillou was very surprised.
Ew! Worms?
Fish love to eat earthworms. It's like peanut butter and jelly to them.
The fisherman waited patiently to catch some fish, but Caillou had a hard time staying awake. It was still very early in the morning.
When are the fish going to come and eat? Aren't they hungry?
Shh, we have to be very quiet. If we make any noise, we'll scare the fish away.
Caillou tried his best to be quiet. He heard water flowing and the whir of a fishing reel from the fisherman next to them.
Look over there! That man caught a fish! Why did he throw the fish back in the water, Daddy?
That fish was too small. It wasn't ready to be caught yet. He threw it back so it can grow bigger first.
Caillou was getting tired of waiting and having to stay still.
Why haven't we caught anything yet, Daddy? Where are all the fish?
When you go fishing, you have to be very patient. Like Grandpa. He has a lot of experience.
Caillou and Daddy looked at Grandpa. He had fallen asleep.
Why don't we take a break, too?
Daddy and Caillou went to see the fishing boats. The fishermen were unloading big crates of fish.
What are the fishermen going to do with all those fish?
They'll sell them to the grocery store, then people buy them to eat.
Caillou really wanted to take a fish home.
If we catch a fish, we could have it for dinner! Can we try again?
Sure we can, Caillou.
Caillou was very determined to catch a fish now. He stayed as still as he could and waited very patiently.
You're doing a great job, Caillou.
Shh, Daddy! You'll scare the fish away!
Suddenly, Caillou felt a tug on his fishing line.
Daddy! I've got one!
Quick! Reel it in! Reel it in!
Caillou reeled in his line. There was a little fish wriggling on the hook, but it fell back into the water.
Oh, no! But I waited and waited!
Don't worry, Caillou. You'll have better luck next time. You just have to keep practicing.
Caillou was happy that he had gone fishing, even if he hadn't caught anything to bring home.
All this fresh air has made me hungry.
But we still didn't catch anything.
Grandpa had an idea.
I know where there are always lots of fish.
There's my little fisherman. Wow, that's such a big fish, Caillou. Well done. Where did you catch it?
Caillou couldn't stop laughing.
We caught it at the fish store!
Today was Caillou's birthday. Mommy and Daddy decorated the house. The balloons looked so colorful. Caillou was so excited he couldn't wait. He was putting on his favorite shirt. His friends were coming to celebrate with him and his family.
Ta-da!
What's wrong, Caillou?
When will Leo and Clementine be here? I don't want them to miss the party.
Don't worry. They'll be here soon, Caillou.
Caillou and his family were in the living room. Caillou decided he wanted to open Grandma's present first. He had told everyone that he wanted a dinosaur for his birthday. He opened the big box, hoping Grandma's gift would be the dinosaur he wanted, but instead, she had knitted him a sweater.
A sweater?
Caillou, I told you the presents are for later. What do you say?
Thank you, Grandma.
You're welcome, Caillou.
Suddenly, the doorbell rang and Caillou ran to open it. Who could it be?
Clementine! Leo!
Caillou was so happy that his friends had finally arrived.
Happy birthday, Caillou!
Everyone was having so much fun at the party. Clementine and Leo were dancing, but Caillou was more interested in the gifts that they had brought for him.
Can we open presents now, Mommy?
No, Caillou. It's time to play some games.
Everyone had lots of fun playing different party games. Leo is great at pinning the tail on the donkey. Clementine had the winning hit on the piñata. Rosie won Pass the Parcel. Caillou was having fun with his friends, but felt sad he hadn't gotten to open the rest of his presents yet.
Who wants their face painted?
Daddy looked silly with a tiger painted on his face.
Me, Daddy! I know exactly what I want to be.
Stay still just a little longer, Caillou. I'm almost done.
It tickles, Daddy.
Caillou giggled at the tickly feeling of the brush on his cheeks. He was very curious to see how it was going to look.
All done.
Caillou went to the mirror to see. He was very impressed. He looked just like Gilbert.
Thanks, Daddy. Look, Gilbert. Now I'm a cat too. Meow.
Everyone was in the kitchen enjoying all of the delicious treats on the table, but there was something missing.
Is everything okay, Caillou?
When is my cake coming, Daddy? I want to blow out my candles.
Why don't you ask Mommy?
Mommy walked through the door with Caillou's birthday cake. It was the most colorful cake Caillou had ever seen.
Rainbow!
Happy birthday, Caillou!
Caillou couldn't wait to blow out his candles.
Don't forget to make a wish.
Caillou knew exactly what to wish for. A new dinosaur. He took a deep breath and blew out the candles with all his might. Everyone was enjoying Caillou's special rainbow cake.
Are you ready to open your present for me and Daddy, Caillou?
Yay!
Caillou unwrapped the box as fast as he could.
Wow! My dinosaur! Thank you, Mommy and Daddy. Rosie! Oh no! Look what you've done!
It's okay, Caillou. Rosie didn't do it on purpose.
You can just put on your new sweater.
Grandma held up Caillou's new sweater, and it had an amazing dinosaur on the front.
My new sweater is so cool! It looks just like my toy! Thank you, Grandma!
Caillou thought this was the best birthday ever.
Catch the car, Teddy!
Caillou has made up a new game. He's rolling his toy cars down a ramp made out of a long board. Rosie walks into the room pulling her toy ducky on a string.
Can I play? Okay.
He turns to his little sister and sees that she is wearing a t-shirt with teddy bears on it.
No! That's my t-shirt! Take it off! It's mine!
Caillou is very upset. Mommy comes when she hears the shouting. She tries to explain why Rosie is wearing Caillou's favorite t-shirt.
Caillou, that t-shirt is too small for you, so I gave it to Rosie.
Caillou is so angry he is not listening to Mommy.
It's not Rosie's, it's mine!
Okay. Rosie, let's go put on a different t-shirt.
Caillou puts on his teddy bear t-shirt, but it's not easy. He has to wriggle and squirm like a caterpillar.
Ow! See, it's not too small.
Caillou marches around the room with his bare tummy showing. Rosie thinks Caillou looks very funny. Maybe he's playing a new game. She runs up to her brother and tickles his tummy.
Coochie-coo! Stop that!
Caillou knows that the t-shirt used to cover his tummy when he wore it. Caillou stretches out to play with his cars, but his back gets cold and the carpet makes him feel itchy. Caillou goes to his room. He doesn't want to play with the cars anymore. He is too sad to do anything but sit with Teddy. Why did the t-shirt have to get too small? Mummy comes in and sits down beside Caillou. She has a photo album that she opens.
Here's a picture of you on your birthday. You look so cute and happy in your teddy bear t-shirt.
Caillou looks at the picture and nods.
That's when I was little. I had my teddy shirt.
Mummy understands why Caillou feels sad.
Caillou, I'm sorry I gave your t-shirt to Rosie. I forgot how much you loved it, but now it's yours again. Even if you don't wear it, you can keep it as long as you want.
Caillou still loves the t-shirt. It's so soft and cozy. But he knows he has grown too big to wear it. Caillou looks down at Teddy. Suddenly, he knows what to do.
I'm going to give it to Teddy!
Good idea, Caillou. Caillou and Mommy both smile as Caillou takes off his favorite t-shirt and puts it on his teddy bear. Rosie comes into Caillou's room to find Mommy. Look who's wearing the t-shirt.
Teddy's happy! Me too!
Caillou hugs his teddy bear in his teddy bear t-shirt.